What happens when the 2022 Vomac rolls over? Well, we already showed you what it looked like before, and we showed you some of the stuff we did to it. Now here's what it looks like now. Several people have asked me to post a video what it looks like when it, well, we all know what it looks like when it rolls over. Usually on the side, usually got a bad twist, and they usually have to come to me to get repaired. And the insurance company will go round and round about how many hours it is, but eventually, as long as it stays under the 75% rule, it's usually fine. And I'm sure there's plenty of keyboard warriors out there that will let me know if I'm wrong or whatever with the insurance companies, but I don't really care. But here we go. So if we look back over here, now that I am completed, we can see what it looks like after it's been to me, after it's been rolled over. So as you could see before, they're sitting pretty level. You look over here to the column on this side, it looks pretty straight up and down. Beam across the top. These are my straight edges, right? Now our distance from spring to frame is now the same, and it's actually a little bit high on that side. Why is it high on that side? Because eventually it's going to creep back just a little bit. So we want to stay just past. But as you notice here, this truck has been shook down about 5 or 6 times, and she's about done. Now, in the event of a rollover or jackknife like this, there is a few things that you have to do, okay? First of all the U-bolts need to be replaced, front to back, all 3 axles, or 4 axles, however many it's got. Because the force generated on these U-bolts will cause it to actually stretch the U-bolts, and we don't need them to break. One thing we're going to do, we're going to replace both front springs. The reason why, when this thing came in, the spring on this side was actually in a, well, it was backwards spring. It was unarched completely. So we're going to go ahead and replace both front springs and the U-bolts. And then after that, we're going to assess the rear housings. We're going to scribe them out, pull the axle shafts out, measure the axle shafts, scribe the housing itself, measure the axle housing itself, measure the inside of the axle housing, see if they're bent, because a lot of times they'll bend on the end if it's in a rollover jackknife and it's loaded. But so that's some of the things that we do whenever a vehicle has been jackknife, rolled over, semi, whatever. As you can see, the back of this thing, it's got a lot of cab repair, you know, from where the trailer hit that's going to be done, and hood repair and stuff like that. So this one, probably, I think we're going to do about 70, something like that. I don't know, to be honest. I don't remember what the estimate was, but I know it's up there.